What is going on? Welcome to week number 4 to all you beautiful humans of the city of Stratford. My name is Mike Massey, also known as Mindful Mike. After this video, we are half done this 8-week program already. I know, it's kind of crazy. So this week, we are exploring how we can hold our emotions in a healthier way. I had a message from somebody yesterday, a lengthy message. We went back and forth for quite a bit. And someone asked, Mike, when I'm anxious at work or when I'm frustrated at work, how can I get rid of it? And my answer was, LOL, that's impossible. Now, I'm not laughing at that person. I'm laughing at the situation because most people find themselves in that situation. They experience anxiety or anger in this case, and they naturally resist it and want it to leave and get out of here. Now, there's no such thing as a reset button, right? There's no such thing as like a reset button on your wrist when you're angry or frustrated or upset. You're like, well, I'm angry, boop, reset, I'm neutral or happy or calm. It's impossible. But what you can do is you can train your mind muscle, so to speak. You can train that mind muscle to be in that situation and respond to it in a healthier way instead of react. What most people do is when they're in a heated conversation that they tend to react than respond. I would rather you respond, but responding takes the ability for you to press pause on whatever you're experiencing. Take that breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, then respond. We looked at that in week 1, the 4 in, 4 out. There's a more advanced way of doing it, what I simply refer to as noting emotions. And this idea or this concept is fairly simple. What happens is this: the next time that you're angry, mad, frustrated, or upset, instead of going in your hamster wheel and in the moment speeding things up and going faster and faster and faster and faster, and then you hold it tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, all I want you to do is this. I want you to first ask yourself, how am I holding it? So in that real life example, when you're met with anger or frustration, ask yourself, how am I holding it? And by that I mean, are you holding it tight, like you want revenge and you want to get your point across and you're thinking about the last 70 things that happened that are similar to this? That's not helping you in the present moment. That's going to help you react, which then comes guilt and shame and frustration after that. I'd rather you do this. Look at how tight you're holding it. Take that breath in. And as you breathe in for that 4, you say to yourself, noticing this emotion. So let's say I'm angry. I breathe in, I say to myself, noticing anger. I breathe out, and I have this idea of loosening my grip on it and saying to myself again, acknowledging this anger. Breathing in, noticing this anger. Breathing out, acknowledging this anger. The idea is this: I am telling my brain, hey, we know we're angry. I'm noticing this anger. Hey brain, I'm noticing and I'm acknowledging this anger. Instead of this anger continually to knock on the door and ask me a million questions or saying, yeah, you should do this, Mike, and last time they wronged you. All that's doing is adding to my reaction. I want to be as responsive as I can in any situation. So this is how we use it formally. You go to mindfulmike.ca. You go to the program, City of Stratford, you scroll all the way down to noting emotions. Then you press play. In that formal practice, we breathe in for that 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. The difference is, instead of counting, as we breathe in, we say, noticing this emotion. As we breathe out, acknowledging this emotion. We breathe in again, noticing this emotion. Breathing out, acknowledging this emotion. And we do that systematically over and over and over again. Why? Well, you practice formally, so when life happens, you can use it informally. If you do not practice off the ice, so to speak, if you never practice this, when it happens and you just have the theory of it, you're not going to be able to use it. For those who practice a formal practice, let's say you do this practice 3 or 4 times this week, it's going to help the next time something happens. You practice this for over the next 8 weeks, you're going to train that mind muscle to handle those emotions in a healthier, better way. And all it takes is your energy of purposely paying attention, noticing what is there, acknowledging that it's there. It does not mean that you are all of a sudden void of negative emotions. That's impossible. You're human. We're going to experience all types of emotions. But what I'm hoping this does for you is it gives you the training ground to train your brain to purposely pay attention to whatever emotion's there as you notice it and then as you acknowledge it. And what that does is it stops your brain from adding narrative to the emotion. Instead of you getting on your mind and as you're in a heated discussion and things are speeding up and your emotions growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, and all of a sudden you have this reaction, you say something that you don't want to say, or you feel bad about it, an hour later, 10 minutes later, 2 days later, 10 years later. What we want to do is when the hamster wheel gets going, we go, oh, thought, what's actually happening? Anger, breathing in, noticing this anger, breathing out, acknowledging this anger. Do that over and over and over again. I promise you, the more reps you do, the better you get at doing it. Okay? So please check that out. If any questions, comments, concerns, do not be a stranger. Hit me up. Of course, you can hit me up at mindfulmike.ca or DM me at mindfulmassey, M-A-S-S-E. Thank you for all that you do. Please keep reaching out. I love hearing from you all. I'm doing this program. The numbers are great. It looks like people are logging on and they're doing the practice, which warms my heart. Okay, so peace and love. Have a beautiful day.